Hello to all those listening in Bowling Green and beyond. I'm Jacob Willer, and this is BGRPG's Roll Along Podcast, the premier Dungeons & Dragons show here on Falcon Radio. When we last left our heroes, tragedy had struck Strixhaven campus.
Yeah, you can say that.
The innocent Rosie was cut down by a oil spill that had infected the Fury Gale and had taken some of its power. But in better news, our guys leveled up. So, there's that.
We did level up.
That's true.
Bittersweet.
Yeah. Yeah, that's what happens when you guys chant for it the session beforehand. Y'all got to earn it.
Nah.
I'd say we earned it.
Yes, you did.
We definitely earned it.
But regardless, just gotta get to my notes. Okay. Before we begin, quick note. Liv, who plays Eve, she's out of town for the weekend, taking a break on this 3-day weekend. And so she will be absent. Eve will be around, but she won't say anything because Liv's not here. So we have Dominic and Thomas to play Ajax and Bale through this session of mourning.
This trying time.
These trying times.
So I think we should just get started.
In we go.
You all stand in the well-lit foyer of the Dapplewing Manor. Rosie's body lays there, the file in her hand. That's what I said. That's where it was, right?
I think so. Yeah.
Yes, in her hand. I would like to ask both of you. What are you doing? Are you picking up the file? Are you taking a moment?
Ajax is panicking, crying, and I'd say he's taking a moment.
Taking a moment?
Bale, I think towards the end of last episode, did pick it up at one point.
Okay.
So he is going to pick it up and just fully try and push the current moment out of his head by finding something new, and try and read it.
So you read the file, and like I said last session, a lot of it is redacted. But the general principle, names are redacted, specific spells that were cast were redacted, but the general principle that you can get from this file is that Gax was a Strixhaven student, much like the two of you. He was specifically a Witherbloom student, studying life and death. He was very, very particular in exploring life-draining magic, to the dismay of professors and, anyone with enough brain to realize that that's, not good.
It's a slippery slope.
Yeah, and how you wind up turning into an evil wizard. And so it goes on. There's a couple minor infractions that he caused. He would get into arguments a lot, defending himself. Overall, just a troubled kid, but not anything bad until his third year. As you get closer and closer to your third year, the redactions get more and more. Mm-hmm. But what you can pick up on is that in his third year, in an experiment gone awry, Gax caused the death of a fellow student.
Oh, no.
He tried to cover it up, and Azrael Gowers was the one to turn him in to campus authorities. Gax fled the scene. They did not capture him. They were unable to track him down, which is where the file ends. Because as far as official administration is concerned, for the past 2,000 years, he's just been MIA.
And now he's back.
And
has caused another student to die.
Yes.
Uh-oh.
As you're reading this, all of a sudden the doors fly open. And standing there is Rampart and Dr. Rybeek. Rampart just goes, "Oh, I'm so sorry, guys. I heard so many noises, and is Rosie okay?"
Ajax, still sobbing, is going to say, like, she's dead, she's dead, she's dead, oh god.
Wait. Hold on. Let's not. Dr. Rybeek begins to, take control of the situation. But then, with how powerful he is as a magic user, even from across the room, basically he did the same Arcana check that you two did, and he knows. And so it's, hold on,
There really is no saving her, is there, Dr. Rybeek?
No. Rampart is doing 1,000-yard stare. They're gone. But Dr. Rybeek jumps pseudo into action. Okay. I am going to call the campus guard to take care of her. Is he okay? Gesturing to Grayson, who was knocked out on the floor. Or, no, wait, he woke up by this point. I mean, as okay as I can be. What about you three?
No, So not.
Bale is trying to hold it together. It's not really working. He's got the beginning of an ugly cry face about to happen. And is the tears are beginning to break free, but they're still restrained. He's just trying to not well, obviously, but how can we help?
I believe you've done everything you need to. I need the three of you. I need all of you to stay where you are. Campus guard will come, take some statements. An investigation will need to be held. Just from walking in here, I can already assume what happened, and I am so sorry. But for now, we need to follow protocol. After the campus guard lets you go, I want all four of you, to make your way to your dorms as long as you need. I am entirely, not that it matters, but I am waiving all academic appointments for all four of you, including you, Rampart. Take your time. I would recommend the guards will probably want you to stay in Strixhaven at least as long as the investigation holds. And then we will move on from there.
Dr. Rybeek, before you go, you know we have to do something now, right?
That
about him, and he gestures to the file in his hand.
He looks at the file And if it weren't for the fact, there's a look of rage that, like a spark of it. He puts all the pieces together of exactly why the four of you are here and why there is now a student dead on the floor. And if it weren't for the fact that you four had just his empathy for the situation is overpowering his anger at the reason for all that went down tonight. And he says, something will be done. You 5 need to take care of yourselves for the time being. Whatever needs to be done, it will be done.
Mr. President, it was me. I did it. I did it. Just take me away. I tried, but I killed her. It was me. It was me.
Dr. Rybeek takes a look around. And he looks at Bale.
Bale is absolutely like seeing the rage. He can't really read him, whether that's rage at us or rage at his own inability to stop us. But he's looking at him hard. Like, you got to do something has to be done, whether we're in the loop or not, but we better be. Sort of like just a hard like glare. Like, this is the stuff that happens when these things are let out.
Ajax.
He sort of looks up.
The campus guard will have an investigation. All of you, I want you to tell them what happened, and then we can move on with whatever steps need to be taken. Now I must go. Like I said, stay. And he, direct eye contact with Bale. Put. And he whips around and he walks away. Doors close behind him, and Rampart falls to their knees. And then everything else is a bit of a blur. Campus guard comes in. Just what exactly is the statements that you guys make? What are the stories that come out of both of you?
So Ajax's is roughly, there was what I think was an illusion because I ended up waking up, and explains the shark dream he had. And then when they all came to, Rosie was there, got possessed, and he accidentally shot and killed her.
Bales would be as best to the facts as he can be, including the dream that he had. That specific part of it sort of like derails it a little bit, where he focuses on it maybe a little bit too much because of how much it affected him. Mm-hmm. He keeps as calm as he can, but there's definitely tears the moment that becomes a part of the story.
The guards are very, very empathetic, but very clearly wanting to do their jobs. They, for emotional moments, they tell you to take your time, but they're also very pressing, because nothing like this has happened in centuries, and they need to make sure that the rest of the student body is safe. They take Ajax's statement into consideration, as well as the other three, or the other two. Unfortunately, all there is your guys' word. It's enough for the guards. it might not be enough for the student body. And it doesn't help that Grayson was fully unconscious the entire time. Grayson's statement is literally just wakes up. He saw her get possessed, and then he passed out.
Are these statements taken separately?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. They each take you aside. The Dappling Manor is shut down again for the investigative purposes. Word gets around campus faster. All five of you were told not to say anything, but you can't keep this genie in a bottle. Not that it was planned to be, but like there's no keeping this. By the end of Halloween night, most of the student body, official statement or not, knows that one of their own is dead. Rumors spread. The freshmen know you guys. No one else really does. I mean, even the freshmen barely do. But a couple days go by. An official statement is made. It is warranted an accident. The statement is very clean. There's no mention of Gax. There's no mention of the creature. Simply that Rosie died due to complications regarding what was happening in Dappling Manor after a freshman hazing attempt to have them all go inside. In the statement, they do say that she died a hero, saving you four, which isn't inaccurate in the slightest.
Inaccurate.
If it weren't for her, you potentially could have spent all night in those nightmares. But you guys, how long are you guys planning on sort of keeping your heads down? Like when are we going back to class?
Ajax doesn't go back to class anytime soon.
Anytime soon.
Yeah.
What about Bale?
I think Bale would try a couple times, but the moment it gets to a class he had with Rosie or anyone who like invites him out afterwards, he's like,
no.
Mm-mm.
So Bale, you exiting your dorm, there's immediately eyes on you. First things first, there are little robots that follow you around that are meant put there by the school. This was part of, you guys were put, once the official investigation was over, you were put on academic probation. You are not allowed to leave campus. And a artificial android will be following you around, not inside buildings, but outside, absolutely. They want to keep an eye on you. Honestly, for more than just because, you're not officially to blame, and the administration does not blame you, but they want to make sure it doesn't happen again.
Mm-hmm.
But also, it's not just the android's eyes that are on you. It's almost the entire student body. People whisper. You walk, and there's like an aura of silence around you.
If possible, I don't know if we have like other, like if there is like a student uniform that Bale has just not been wearing, but he would not be wearing his normal clothes.
Yeah, there was like a welcome package.
He does not.
Yeah.
As much as he knows he's not to blame, he still feels it.
Right.
And he does not want to have his family's name on him.
Of course. I mean, it doesn't...
Both from a standpoint of I don't feel worthy right now, and also just press like association is bad.
Regardless, it doesn't really change much, unfortunately. People still know it's you. Still know that you were one of the 4 that were there. Grayson, Eve, and Ajax are all getting the same treatment. Rampart is treated a little bit more with more pity because they were outside. They don't get me wrong, they were part of the plan, but it's less blame. Don't get me wrong, there are definitely some eyes that are full of judgment. Anywhere between this was your plan to stupid fucking freshman, you got your friend killed. But then there are others that it's pure pity because, I mean, you saw someone die. That's not exactly something that doesn't elicit that. But
honestly, if it happens like that for a couple times, Bale is not going out anymore after the first couple.
Yeah. And it does.
If the public reception doesn't ever like go down
for like a couple days. I mean, eventually, because it's college, even the biggest events eventually sort of fade away a little bit. But there's still some. But eventually, about a week after Halloween, there's a memorial. It's not the official funeral. That would be held at Rosie's home with her family. Her family's not even there because they don't feel emotionally put together to mourn in front of thousands, millions of students coming to mourn a loss of one of their own. Are you two going?
No, partially because a lot of the time Ajax is spent in his dorm is perhaps misguidedly waiting for someone to come arrest him. He doesn't know that he's not under suspicion right now.
Gotcha.
So he doesn't go. He's barely mustered up the strength to like find worms to feed his frog. I'm not sure exactly how he does that, but he does. And you know, he keeps himself fed obviously, but no, he scarcely leaves his room at this point. I can't imagine Eve would be too different.
Eve, I'm not going to make assumptions because Liv is not here.
Okay, fair.
I think we'll leave it. What are we doing, Bale?
Bale would attend the memorial first and foremost, for at least like the official parts of it. After, like, you know, if they're like, I don't think they would have like viewing hours, but like anything additional that's not just like sitting there listening to the speeches, he would go and try and find Ajax or Eve or someone who wasn't there.
Okay. So you're staying for some speeches and the service itself, and then there is like a wake.
Yeah, he would try and sneak out during the wake.
Gotcha. So the memorial begins. Dr. Rybeek has a speech that is recorded, but you don't quite get all of it, just because, you know, brain mush. like genuinely just kind of
hard to pay attention.
Yes. Also because I want to save it for later. But Dr. Rybeek wraps up his speech and goes, the best choice that we could make to speak on behalf of the student body, Cataris chose not to. So we bring Rampart forward. Rampart goes up and begins their speech. Okay. Hi. For the past few weeks, I've been thinking about what Dr. Rypeek said at Convocation. To get to know our fellow students, because you never know who would walk alongside us in life. I think I speak for everyone who met Rosie when I say that I assumed she would be by my side until the very end, whether I wanted her there or not. She had an infectious energy that no one else on this campus could quite match. She came into class every day with a smile, and I thought that smile would be with me through it all, and now it will be a chain around my neck. I lost my traveling companion, and we were only a few steps into our journey, which is the worst part of all of this. The selfish side of me is mad at the world for taking away a possible friend so quickly. The guilty part is how I could let her die while still being a possible friend. The university asked me to speak because a roommate wasn't up for it, and we seemed close because we ran out of time to become close. I didn't even know how to say her name. I believe that I speak for everyone who met Rosie on this campus when I say this. Not knowing her, not having her on our journey, is the greatest tragedy of our lives. Thank you. And I get up and walk away. And the rest of the memorial sort of wraps up not too long after that. And you said you were going to try to sneak away during your wake. As you go to sneak away, you run into a student in a black suit with a green tuft of hair slicked back. This is Cad.
Mm-hmm.
Where are you going?
I need some time to myself. It's not easy being the one alive.
You can say that again.
Ajax.
How true was it? What you said?
When?
To the guards. Because, you know, she went in there to save you three. And then she doesn't walk away. And from what I heard, whatever weird fucking frog guy that was there a month ago, knew your name. I don't know what the fuck happened in there. And frankly, at this point, I don't care. But I need you and all your trio to stay the hell away from me and my friends before I have to go to another fucking funeral. Thanks. He walks away and he shoulder checks you on the way out.
Bale stands there. He is entirely stopped. He's taking in everything that was said. He immediately feels guilty because his first thought when he saw Cad was, why aren't you up there talking? And then the second thought was, like, of suspicion, because Bale remembered that Cad had been in there before. And that hurts him almost as much as the words. But he takes a second and then continues walking towards Ajax's room, wherever that is. Because he knows that people need other people in times like these. He needs it probably Ajax does too.
Okay. So we will jump back a little bit, like maybe a couple days back, to Ajax's dorm. I'm assuming it's a mess.
Ajax, yeah, it's probably a mess. Yeah, he would normally keep it clean. He's not normal right now.
Right. You're looking at the email, the like magical email, whatever the fuck, owl mail.
It's an email. It's an email.
It's an email.
Message spell or something.
An invite to the entire student body for Rosie's memorial. And you hear in your mind, you know, I used to go to those.
Why is that?
Well, 'cause fun's right in the name, honey.
What?
Funerals.
Oh, what do you mean?
Seeing the faces of those whose lives you've destroyed. Well, nothing quite like it. I would go if I were you.
Ajax like sits there shocked for just a second and goes, "Mother, how could you say that? She was my friend. I didn't mean to kill her. I tried to save her."
What is a friend if not just a follower? I sacrifice them all the time, honey. It's fine.
She wasn't a follower, Mum. She was another student. She was just as good as me. I didn't...
Now, I know you didn't mean that.
I did! I just want to be normal. I just want to be a normal kid. Like her, like she would have been.
You know, I really thought you would have come around by now. It was after my first kill that everything fell into place. But I guess you need just a little bit more time.
I don't want to be like you, Mom. I just want to be normal.
A fire lights on the floor of your dorm room.
Oh my god.
And erupts.
Yes.
I don't know if I want to put this on me or you know what, fuck it. Dominic, what does your mom look like?
What is my mom? Okay, so I actually had a great idea for this. So
Notedly,
yes.
not Ajax's mom.
What is your
mother?
No.
Shut the fuck up. Okay, so Ajax's mom is I wouldn't say the queen of she's a shadow demon in particular. So she doesn't appear necessarily, but when the fire lights, you can see her reflection on the shadow in the wall.
Gotcha.
And more than that, you can see mostly just her eyes glowing. So she has sort of... It's hard to tell color since it's mostly just like shades, but a very sharp face, almost always like twisted into a smirk. Hair draped over her, so you can only ever really see a little bit of her face, mostly just her eyes. And then the torso and below aren't as important. If she were to appear in real, usually if she's just sending a message, she'll look like this, you know?
Yep. You are not you. You are mine. You are an extension of me. You will be like me. Because all we have is eternity together.
Yes, Mom. I know, Mom.
Good. gone.
Yeah, okay. Oh, Jesus Christ. Now he's even worse somehow.
Silence. Sometimes, I manage. I manage.
You nailed it.
He does manage.
You look at this. You look at this poor little guy, and, like on the ground crying. You're like, I need to kick this guy.
yeah.
I feel
From
the,
the
need
top
to harm
rope.
him.
Elbow drop.
Yeah, that's true. In with the steel chair.
So.
Yeah, no, he goes back. He goes right back to his routine.
Cut to a few days later. The day of the funeral. Before the funeral, you get a knock on your door.
Okay. Ajax has to brace himself, and he just sort of says, "Who's there?"
Ajax, you okay in there?
Rampart?
Yeah.
Oh God. He rustles with the lock and opens the door. He looks like a mess. His hair, though, he's got curly hair. It's not exactly like it's still a mess, but
Some mop.
Yeah, no, it's a. He doesn't look well. Rampart. I suppose I ought to talk to you, shouldn't I?
I mean, that's up to you, but
Well,
are you going?
I can't do that. Even in the couple of times I've left my dorm just to grab some food, people have looked and whispered.
Yeah.
I can't go. I would. Believe me, I would. She was my friend, but...
Okay. No, it's okay.
Thank you for understanding, Rampart. I'm so sorry. I shouldn't have...
Hey, no. No. We're not doing that. She made her choices. You made yours. You tried to save her.
Okay. I don't know what to say. Thank you, Rampart. Thank you for...
I'm gonna go speak. Cad's not up for it. I'm trying to get him out of whatever he's in, but
I don't blame him.
But I'm gonna be. I'm gonna stop by every once in a while. Okay.
You really don't need to.
No, I do.
I can't thank you enough. I'm really grateful for that, Rampart. Thank you for being my friend.
Anytime. And Rampart goes and walks away. About 3 hours pass.
All right.
Another knock at the door.
Is this Bale?
Yes.
It is not like that.
No, it's not. It hit me.
It is.
Who's there? Is that the police?
No. Ajax?
Yes.
It's me. I'd like to talk.
Okay. He rustles with the lock again and lets him in. Room's a mess. I said I was gonna build Buck a terrarium. I like to think he got about halfway there and then things happened. And
Yeah. Now we're here.
Sort of in disrepair.
Bale just walks in a little bit abrasively and then just plops down on the floor.
Okay.
And he's like,
sort of closes the door.
I
Yes.
know it's been a hard couple weeks. A week. It's
yes.
been a week.
Feels like longer, doesn't it?
So much longer. But we have to talk about this. In times like these, people need people.
I suppose so, yes. I suppose you're right, and he sits down too, right on the floor, facing you. What's there to say? I don't think the university's coming for me. I don't think they... I don't know what happened. But am I just gonna have to go on like this?
I think we might. What did you see that night, Ajax?
You mean the nightmare?
God, I hope it was.
Well, when all of you disappeared, I fell down and I kept falling till I landed in the ocean. I saw my mother on a raft, and I tried to save her, but I can't swim, and she was attacked by sharks. I know she was fine because when I woke up, I was...
failed me.
Oh my god.
Just like you're doing now.
He, stops mid-sentence as he hears, in his head. And he just,
Hey, Ajax,
Yes.
I'm right here. Right?
Okay.
And he puts his hand on his shoulder as close as he can get, to try and reassure him as much as
it seems to reassure him a little bit. Anyway, when I came to, well, my mom ended up getting out of it all right, I suppose. But then I woke up and, well, you were there for the rest, weren't you?
I was. Do you want to know what I saw, Ajax?
What?
I saw my family.
This ought to be good.
Every single person that I love. My 2 older sisters, my brother, my mom, and my dad, all burning. And then, when they were ash and dust, they changed. The ash coagulated together into the form of the person I love in this world the most. Her name is Ariana, and she is my fiancée. She said I could have saved them. She said it was my fault.
That you failed her?
That they died because of me. For this long week, I don't know if that's a nightmare. I can't know.
Bahil, in my dream, my mother was torn apart by sharks, but well, she's alive at the very least. I'm fairly certain of that, but my mother said I failed her too. For, well, a couple reasons. If only I could swim.
He uncovers his left hand, which has he's still wearing his normal clothes. That's not the ones he usually wears to try and blend in a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
But he shows off his left hand, which has the engagement ring on it, which is legitimately just it's these 2 silver rings with a chain connecting them, with the words Ariana and Baal engraved on each ring.
Mm-hmm.
And he just goes, "This may be all I have left of her. But you know what I think?
Yes?
I think that even if that's true, which, God, I hope it's not.
I think it was just a dream. I think, but
Even if that's
But
true,
are you sure, honey?
we have no choice, Ajax,
No choice but to what?
but to keep going. No
You're right.
matter what we do, we have to keep walking forward.
I suppose that's all I have left, isn't it? Just keep going. No use staying in this room anymore.
Even if that night took everything behind us, we have to move forward. You can tell Bale is also trying to reassure himself at this moment.
Yeah, I gotcha. I guess you're right. What else is there to do? I guess you're right. Then, what now? I don't plan on going to class.
Well, if we're not going to go to class, we should at least start small. Even if we aren't the ones who end up righting the wrongs caused by Gax and that sludge, we have to keep going. Maybe not classes today, maybe not tomorrow, but someday soon.
You're right. As long as I'm here, you're right. I mean, this has already caused us so much trouble. It's tried to kill us so much, whatever's been going on. We've got no choice until someone else ends up dead. Right?
Yeah.
Well then,
So we've got to get stronger.
we do.
We've got to keep going to class, learning as much as we can, so that maybe next time we have enough power to save someone.
You're right. That's why I came here. I came here to get stronger, right? But
That's exactly right, honey.
I came here to get stronger so that I could... It wasn't so that I could save people, I'll tell you that. It was so that I could kill. I don't know how I'm going to... I was always meant to... As just a... I was always meant to kill. That's what I mean. And that's all I've done. I've fought and I've killed, and now my friend is dead. If I grow stronger still, who's to say it? Who's to say it's saving we'll be doing?
Bale thinks for a moment.
But if we don't save anyone, well, who else will? We're the ones who have time and time again come face to face with this stuff. We're the best ones, I mean, to challenge whatever's been going on here, to discover what's happening. And I may not be normal, but I have to do my best with the power I have, don't I?
Saving. You are not a savior. You are a bringer of the apocalypse.
Ajax.
You
He's not listening to you.
I know.
are a harbinger of death and destruction. You are the one who brings souls to me. That is your purpose. The reason I put you into this world. And if you aren't careful, I will take you out of it.
Okay. What if Bale was trying to say something over that? It's completely tuned out.
He realizes that a little bit and then just waits until you seem to be a little bit more lucid.
Yeah, so like he shakes it off and he just goes, right.
Ajax, I don't know where this talk of not being normal is coming from. But you're not a killer. I know you may think it, and
Liar.
I assume there's something else telling you it. But the Ajax that I know, the person on the outside of your head, is possibly the nicest man I've ever encountered.
He did not raise you.
He is a man who could barely feed a fly to his frog.
Okay, that's enough character. Yeah, okay.
There is nothing that you are capable of besides destruction.
And even if that man gets buried beneath whatever it is you're fighting.
Fighting? You're losing.
I'm gonna be there. Waiting for him, helping him, and digging him out of whatever rut he's in. Do I make myself clear, Ajax?
He will only make you weak.
I'm not going to leave you behind.
I know what's best.
Oh my god.
I will drag you kicking and screaming through this life if I have to, but you're going to live it with me.
He is temporary.
I don't know what to do anymore. Bale. No, I have to make my choice. I have to be brave and I have to choose to keep saving people.
Don't you dare!
No, I have to. I'm so sorry, Mother. I know maybe all I really am capable of is killing. And maybe at the end of the day, all my worth to you will be to sentence souls down to your realm. But I have to try. I have to.
You will be nothing, and you will crawl back to me. And I will rejoice in tearing you and every friend you've ever made asunder.
Oh. I suppose I am damned, aren't I? Even if I do save someone, aren't I doomed to repeat this?
Doomed to repeat what, Ajax?
Bale, didn't you see?
You did not kill Rosie.
Didn't I?
I'm going to be entirely blunt with you here.
Yes, you did.
You saw the state Rosie was in.
She died by your hand.
All of her magic was drained. Do you think you could do that?
Her soul is with me.
She is beyond even the power of President Rybeak, the strongest wizard any of us know.
You're right. I'm not nearly strong enough for that. I couldn't have done that, Mother. He turns a little away from you. I may have.
Is there a reflection in your room?
Yeah, you know what? If the fire isn't still going, probably candlelight.
Yeah,
you know?
the fire was put out, but
yes,
you see in the mirror, it's her face.
Oh, yeah,
where your face
mirror.
should be, it's her face.
Oh yeah, I couldn't have done that.
And she is furious. Are you abandoning me?
No, No, I'm not. I'm not. I couldn't do that. You're my mother.
You know your role.
Yes, I do, but...
It is me or your newfound friends.
I'm sorry, Bale. I can't do this. My mother's a very powerful... Well, I suppose you know, or at least could have figured. My mother's my patron. She's a powerful demon, and she doesn't like you very much. And if I were to join you on your little quest, on whatever it is you're trying to do, I'm afraid she'd turn on you. I can't have that on my conscience. I can't have...
Ajax.
Yes? He's, like, completely torn apart because... Well, you know why.
The other day,
Yes?
before any of this happened, when you all were fighting those steam methods, or whatever they were, in that kitchen, a several thousand-year-old frogman wizard spoke to me by name and said that he was going to hurt me. And do you know what I did after that?
What?
I told you all, and we made a plan, and we broke into Dappling Manor.
Yes. That's right.
I don't know how powerful your mother is. But at the very least, I am already accustomed to danger. I am already facing a forest fire. And if I don't get stronger, my ice is going to melt.
You will pray for a forest fire.
But if I do get stronger, if we get stronger together, we can put out that forest fire. Because we will have the ocean. And I know that you can't swim. But if I don't like speaking for other people. But if I had to make a bet, I would say that even I were willing to swim for you. If it meant you did not drown. I am already in the most danger I've been in my entire life. Adding more is just another reason to keep going.
Ajax sort of nods, and he says, "Would you mind giving me a second?"
No
and
problem.
He turns to his mirror. Mother, I will get stronger. This is what you both want. I know that. But you will not hurt Bale, and you will not hurt anyone in Strixhaven. I don't care what I have to do. No one in this building, in this entire plane, will come to harm because of you. I assure you that.
On one condition.
Tell me.
With diploma in hand, you make your way right back to me.
Deal.
Bale, you see this too. The shadow that is cast on the wall that of Ajax's shadow, a second shadow without a figure like producing it, steps forward and reaches out a hand towards the shadow of Ajax.
Ajax, you know what? Not even looking at his shadow. He's done this enough times before. Reaches out and grabs it.
A shake.
Shake.
Jesus fucking Christ.
I hope that was a good deal.
I hope so too. But no harm will come to you. And no harm will come to anyone. Not by her hand.
Thank you, Ajax, for being strong.
No, thank you, Bale. I wouldn't have been strong if you hadn't talked to me. I'm certain things would have gone differently if not for this talk. Do you want to go get some food? I'm starving.
I was about to say, I'm getting quite hungry.
So as you guys go to get food, I was planning on ending the session with this, but after that shit, y'all earned it. So first things first, I'm giving you both inspiration because holy shit.
Oh yeah.
That was goddamn. Y'all managed to confront me with what I've been putting you fuckers through. On the walk back, you guys are both sent a clip.
This is such an Instagram reel.
I'm imagining a TikTok right now, like a Rodney Rogers TikTok.
So it's a embedded video link with an email. We'll say fuck it. We'll give y'all call stones. So your little rock that the school gives you to sort of communicate. And you read it through, and it's pretty much. It's a video, and then there's a script underneath it for what was said. And it basically says, for all those who missed it, the office of Dr. Rybeek believes that his words are very poignant right now. And they go as follows. This world... Sorry, wrong voice. This world has lost a flame, and the galaxy has gained a star. Rosium Fimbit Wizzlefedeldums, I'm sorry if I mispronounced that, was an explosion of energy and light, and losing that makes the whole world seem dark. We all mourn as a community as we lose one of the great potential minds of our time, which is where the true tragedy lies, in the loss of potential. Well beyond academics, who knows how many lives Rosie would have warmed with her smile, or who she would have helped through the hardest of times, or who she would have celebrated with in the best of times. We will never know. And no matter how much I mourn her loss, I do not despair. Because I stand here in front of thousands who come to honor and celebrate her memory. That is what I want each of you to do, as Rosie would have done. Celebrate. Make someone smile. Fight back the darkness with your own light. We must be that smile, that shoulder to cry on. We must be that light, as Rosie would have done. Thank you. Yeah, shut off. Bale, how long, or in general for both of you, are you guys now fully, like, back to classes, or are we still taking it?
Yeah, I'd say so. He doesn't, like he still doesn't look entirely comfortable, but he's continuing to go to classes, and he's even, because he's like that, Ajax is like, send it, like, coming up to the professor after class, like, hey, can you give me the homework that I missed?
Yeah. All the professors, basically you get the same sentiment, like, I'm sorry, if you need anything, I'm here. You do both get emails from administration recommending the therapist on campus, because you both need it.
D&D psychology.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. But then...
I found out my parents were dead. Join the club, buddy.
Yeah. So then, Bale, are you thinking you're going back to classes?
After that talk, it's still difficult.
Oh, yeah. I'm not... Yeah, I wasn't going to say it's easy. I'm not, like...
Yeah.
Yeah? Okay.
He would return as best he could. However much that is. Depends on the day, but...
So, you arrive at your art class. Quintilius is in this class. Two didn't interact too much in it, just because...
Try to avoid it.
Try to avoid it, yeah, especially now after Halloween, it's just a no-go. And he's given you your space. He hasn't been... There has been no...
How long, like, when is this art class taking place? Like, how many, like, before saying the memorial was, like, a week afterwards.
We're probably second or third week in November, probably third.
So, like, a week or so after that?
Yeah.
Okay.
And, but yeah, Quintilius has been giving you his space, your space. There has been no... like Draco Malfoy bullshittery, but there also was no Flash Thompson I'm so sorry moment either. Just kind of staying away from you.
Yeah.
But the class begins and the professor is lecturing about your next project. Nothing major. She does it in the intro class every single year, but she does ask the class for ideas on inspiration, because this is a group project. In a perfect world, the plan is for the entire class to wind up technically working on the same piece, where several smaller groups make something that are then given to other groups to then put together.
Okay.
And so people start shooting out ideas. They're all pretty surface level. Space, the beauty of campus, the fall leaves, the first snowfall, which happened about a couple days ago because Strixhaven does not have climate change. Just stuff like that.
It's an insane thing to say.
What is Bale's suggestion?
I think Bale would start off with a couple like surface level ones like that, but then as like, is this happening over days or is this just one class period?
This is one class period. Everyone's like sort of raising their hands, but she's also going around, like everyone kind of needs to at least shoot something out. Quintilius's request is just the stage in general.
So pretentious.
Yeah.
After enough of like the normal ones are sort of out of the way and no one's really like digging them that much, I assume.
Yeah.
Bale would sort of like sheepishly raise his hand and just say, maybe sometimes art is inspired by current events. We're all freshmen in this class, and some of us knew Rosie, who passed personally. How about a memorial piece?
So
something to immortalize what she had.
So the classroom was quiet, but it becomes a denser silence when you bring this up, because it's sort of gone unspoken. And certainly by someone that they all know you were there. It's a very, like, not taboo, like, no one's mad, but it's a very, like, uncomfy, what do I say here type moment. And the professor... The professor, who will go unnamed and undescribed for the moment until I come up with something, that sounds perfect. Are we all okay with that? And they turn and they're like genuinely, like, not like, are we all okay with that? And you get slow nods of yes. There are some now misty eyes. At just the thought, because it's a very powerful statement. Everyone sort of nods. The air was definitely entirely sucked out of the room. Like, this went from, like, fun, what are we gonna do, and, like, obviously not, like, in a negative way, but in a, like, things just got serious. And then Quintilius raises his hand. Everyone's sort of silently agreeing, right? Oh, crap. Sorry. I gotta get my... I should not make that noise in the mic every single time I grab my laptop.
Gotta get your reps in.
Noise.
Old man... Fuck you. Get the fuck out of here. So... Quintilius' hand goes up and says, so let me get this straight. And you can tell by his, like, tone you're already prepping for some, like...
He's prepping for the BS.
For, like, yeah.
Something something Quintilius would say.
We're supposed to be taking time for this piece, and it's a group project. And the professor goes, yes. Bale believes it's a good memorial for your classmate, and I quite agree. Could even stay here for ever, if the school says so. But Professor, I don't... How do I put this? I don't know if I want to work with any of these hacks just to honor some dead girl I barely knew. The whole class.
Whoa.
It is, like, immediately like, what the fuck? However Bale's going to react, you're going to have to react fast because there's going to be a lot of people behind you. A line is now forming.
Bale was, Bale was sweating at the beginning.
God, I fucking wish Liv was here.
She would be so mad.
Bale was sweating at the beginning, like when he was doing it, because it was like a very uncomfy thing for him as well. All of that sweat immediately just freezes onto his skin, and he absolutely stances up. Like he hears the words hacks come out, and then all of the muscles in his body flex.
So you aren't the only one. You don't really recognize the other classmates, but you're not the only one who is rightfully infuriated at this statement, right? And the professor is stunned for a split second, like the audacity of this bitch. But
The audacity of these hoes by President Barack Obama.
He goes, Quintilius, that is entirely out of line. I need you out of this classroom now. And Quintilius just goes, just because I'm right. Fuck.
Professor. Bale speaks up.
Professor, kill this guy.
Professor.
Chat. This guy right here.
How's about I go talk to Quintilius? I'm sure he just needs a little bit of convincing. He might not be entirely sold on the idea.
I'm gonna
yet.
need a deception check to make sure that he can't feel the rage coursing through you.
He wants to punch him in the mouth. But like worse than that. Perception or deception?
Deception.
19.
Damn, I didn't think you'd get that good. All right. I mean,
I should just need a few minutes. It might take long because, as you know, artistic debate is.
Quintilius is still in the room, by the way. Like he didn't even move a muscle when he was told to leave. He's just like, well, we can do it here.
No, Quinn, I believe it would be better if we discussed it outside.
Quinn. Well, B, I don't really think that that's particularly required. Whatever you can say to me, you can say right here. Or are you too upset by what I said?
Quintilius. You are, quite literally, the antithesis to me. Everything that I pride myself upon, you are the opposite. I know you think that we're similar, because we're both talented individuals with royal families. But when I say that you and I could not be more different, I mean it with everything that I have. If you don't want to work on this project, so be it. In fact, I think we could do our own little project. I'd even be willing to work on both of them, because it does have to be a group project. If you'd like to discuss it, and he eyes him very, very hard, we can do it outside.
The professor. Now, boys, I think that's quite perfect. And he gets up and he starts going towards the door, as does a good chunk of the class.
Bale, immediately, he has a water bottle. He as soon as Quintilius leaves the door, he makes an ice slip on the ground so that the rest of the class trips and falls, runs out the door, and then freezes it behind him.
Hey, come on, man! We want to see it. Come on,
man. Hey, come on, man.
Kick his ass! And the professor, you hear behind you, just, Bale, this is unacceptable. You come back here this instant.
Lamau.
He does not hear him.
Lamau. So Quintilius is walking silently out to the closest exit. Are you following? Are you saying anything? What is...
Bale is following with determination. He is not walking silently. He is striding, and his boots are clicking on the ground every single time he walks. He is very he's walking with force. And by the time he gets in Quintilius's earshot, he would just go, Quintilius.
No response.
The Fury Gale. 10 minutes.
Oh, yeah.
If I don't see you there, I'm coming to your room.
Oh. Silence. Walks off.
He goes to the Fury Gale. He does not prepare at all.
Hold on. One sec. Even or odd?
I'm feeling... Quintilius is kind of odd. I'm going to go
He's
for
an
odd.
odd fellow.
He's an odd fellow.
Okay. So you get to the Fury Gale. And it... In the daylight, it's... I mean, don't get me wrong, it's a fucking hellscape. But,
Maybe he would avoid, the forest part of it. Is there another part of it?
there's, an edge.
Yeah, you go to
There's
the
a
edge.
spot that pretty clearly looks like it's been battle-worn. like you've heard the duels happen in the Fury Gale. This is where that happens. Like
Yes,
when
of course. That's
when
why,
they say
that's why I chose it.
when they say go to the Fury Gale, they don't mean go in, because that'd be insane. No one in their right mind would willingly go in there.
It means walk to the Waffle House, kick somebody's butt outside the
Yes.
Waffle House, and
Yes.
then leave.
Yes. Because the Fury Gale is just the Strixhaven equivalent of a Waffle House.
Yep.
Just as dangerous, just as chaotic.
Exactly. Exactly.
So, okay. Yeah, we'll use this. Coolio. Gotcha. Okay. Despite your best efforts, before Quintilius arrives, at about the 7-minute mark, your entire fucking class arrives to come watch this duel.
Oh, also, if we're preparing, I'd like to have an action prepared for when he gets there.
Sounds good. I'll let you explain that when he
Yeah.
does. Your professor is nowhere to be seen, and one of the students. First off, they're like, as they get to the Fury Gale, and they see you.
It's physically colder around Bale.
Yeah.
By the way.
There's a chant.
There's an
Is
aura.
kick his ass, kick his ass. And don't get me wrong, there's some that it's like chanting because they just want to see a fight. But there's a lot of people where it's like, okay, motherfucker, nah, like last straw, fuck you, kick his ass. And then so you. But as they get closer, one of them shouts, Dr. What's-His-Nuts just went to go get the guards. You got like maybe 15 minutes.
It's good. He'll need a medic.
Holy shit.
Holy shit. All right.
Get his ass.
Get his ass. Kick his ass, Seabass. Anyway, so the crowd like takes a second because they're done chanting, and they just look at Bale and they just go, this has been a long time coming. And like, this is just generally the crowd. Like, they like, this is, put him down like several pegs, please.
I will try. But no, this is not for you all. This is for me.
That's fair.
Oh yeah.
And in comes, all of a sudden you just hear, holy shit, he showed up. And in comes Quintilius, silent, deadly silent.
No one's gonna lay out a mink rug for him.
Imagine he brings a posse.
He's got Argyle with him.
Oh,
Mm-hmm.
he's got a corner guy. I don't.
But then he sees the crowd, and he tells Argyle to like go. It's possible that he was fully planning on 2v1ing your ass, and then the crowd, and now he can't do that. And so Argyle is just in the crowd. And Quintilius gets up in his face. You know what? We can just fully just rip this moment off. Fuck it. Scared goers?
I'm the calmest I've been in weeks. My mind is crystal clear. And as he says that, he's going to use his prepared action. It's just a bonus. I didn't read the Dragon's Breath spell right. It's just a bonus action.
Oh, fuck.
He's going to take, like, not like chapstick, but like a little bit of water.
Mm-hmm.
And then, like, paint it on his lips. Maybe like a watercolor paint. He'll take like a watercolor paint it onto his lips a little bit, and you'll see the ice crystals form. As he says, crystal clear.
Oh fuck yeah.
Crystal clear.
Good. Quintilius's eyes flame on.
You know the rules.
And so
10 paces,
Shut the fuck up. Anyway, yeah.
and then we begin.
You've got it.
You can scream uncle whenever you'd like.
Right back at you. Hey, Dominic.
yeah,
Higher or lower?
lower.
If he cheats, I'm preparing my action to Dragon's Breath his ass.
So, you both get to the spot. You know, you've learned, you've been taught. Back to back. 10 paces. There's someone in the middle, like one of the crowd members. It was not Argyle. The crowd made damn well sure it wasn't Argyle. But one of the crowd members just kind of steps forward. 10 paces. And the crowd has your fucking back. At the 7th pace, you hear the sound of grass shifting as though someone is turning, and the crowd yells, "Look out." Dexterity save real quick.
Absolutely. Dexterity saving throw, that's going to be 16.
16.
If this saves, I have a suggestion, but spit.
It almost certainly saves. There's no way he has a... Yeah, there's no way he has a 16 in charisma or whatever he casts with.
So I will do this with disadvantage then. For a split second, I was thinking fireball, and then I remembered you're level
no.
3.
We're level 3.
Yeah.
He does not have fireball.
Yeah, no. He doesn't have fireball, and you would not live fireball.
I would. I have 25 HP.
That is, in fact, enough to survive most fireballs, but not all of them.
Okay. So. Oh, it's 8 plus the thing, right?
Depends. What are you talking about?
The spell attack modifier.
Spell attack modifier is your
Proficiency plus your...
my spell attack
spellcasting
bonus is
modifier.
+5, and I have a +3 to charisma.
So that's
if that
your
helps.
proficiency still 2.
Oh yeah, no, it is your. Yes, it is 8 plus
Proficiency plus-
proficiency plus spellcasting modifier.
Well, that's for the DC.
Yeah.
The DC is 8 plus that. The
Oh, then it's
spell
just
attack
your-
modifier
yeah.
is plus your proficiency plus your spellcasting stat.
Mhm.
yes.
Have we said what type of spellcaster Quinn is yet?
I just assumed wizard, but I don't think anyone says
assume
anything.
Sorcerer, bard, something like that. 'cause
Sorcerer. He's a sorcerer.
He seems sorcerer to me.
Yeah. He's classic sorcerer. He's stereotypical sorcerer.
Also, Prismari are like 90% sorcerers
Yeah.
and bards.
Yep.
Bale's kind of weird.
Bell is a little strange. Your proficiency bonus is 2, correct?
Yep.
Got it. So 9, does 9 hit?
Absolutely not.
So
think 9 hits
Quintilius
10 hits.
so you see a fire, not a fireball, a fire bolt whiz past your head as he just hard whiffed. And you dive a little bit out of the way.
Can that action have been readied so I immediately retaliate? with
Oh yeah,
my
you just
reaction?
whip around and
Oh
go
yeah.
for it.
So he cast Dragon's Breath on himself with the paint earlier. So as a bonus action, so his action is he pulls out this like frosty sort of blue aura megaphone and just screams prick, and then the entire like a wave of frost comes
Yeah,
out
yeah.
as per the Dragon's Breath spell. It's going to be doing ice damage. He needs to make a dexterity saving throw.
19.
That saves. He'll take half. That's still going to be 7 damage.
Got it. Okay.
Now are we rolling for initiative?
No, we'll just go back and forth.
We'll just go back and forth.
Yeah.
This
Yeah,
time.
you don't really need to do an initiative in a
When it's
one-on-one.
2, yeah.
That's true. That's true.
He is going to cast.
Oh, wait, real quick.
I should have picked spells for him. I knew this was coming, and I'm a dipshit for not doing it.
Chromatic Orb and Flaming Sphere are your friend.
That's a good point.
I'd imagine this bloke knows chromatic orb.
Oh yeah,
Almost certainly.
Yeah, no, that's dumb.
Can we get some obnoxious asshole battle music?
It's a good point.
Absolutely. Please give us the obnoxious asshole battle music.
I don't even know.
Yeah, what's the play here? What's the play here?
I think I know the play.
Okay, spit.
I'm scared.
It's really stupid. So
Fool or clown from Persona 4 would be fire. But
it would be fire. But let me have this bit first.
no, absolutely have the bit first.
I don't even know if you guys will pick up on this. Be funny if you do, though.
I mean, I'm looking at it. You looking at Blue Rival theme right now?
Shut up. I don't even know if I can actually get it. Fuck, I don't think I can.
It's completely over.
It is completely fucking over. Holy shit.
The bit's over.
The bit is
The
over.
bit's over.
You know what? What was your request?
Fool or a clown. I think is what it's called.
Is that the one that I'm thinking? Not remix.
No, I don't think I've played it during our sessions. Yeah, that one.
This one?
I think this is the one I'm thinking of. Sherry Brown. No, imagine.
He
Yeah,
already lost, and yet still.
Yeah, we're getting Sherrod Brown ads anyway. We should just play a Sherrod Brown ad as the Battlefield music, I think.
Is it too loud? More? Okay, cool. Alright. So, you're right, it is my friend. You are getting a chromatic orb launch that you would.
So that's a spell attack.
Yep. This time it doesn't. Fuck, 8.
Yes.
Dude did not come prepared.
Just a, I can't.
It's a pop and power thing. You should put that on.
So,
It's my turn.
yeah, go for it.
As his bonus action is going to eat snack. Because he needs it. And he didn't take any damage, but now he's at 27. And he's going to continue using Dragon's Breath and scream out another insult. Dexterity saving throw.
Fuck. That is a 4.
Alright, Antilius is not like great.
11 cold damage.
11? Oh,
11
shit.
cold damage.
Good shit. Okay. You know what? He's not very creative. Another firebolt. He's gonna ignice your ass. Fuck. You didn't even think a fucking spell could jam. This spell jams. So he like
No, I feel like there's a, I think there's a D&D module about something like
he like
He
he like
spell jam reference.
he like goes to cast it, and the fire like lights between his fingers, and instead of going into a bolt and going after you, climbs up his arm, and he has to like quickly like put it out.
Consider your pants pissed.
He's taking 2 fire damage for that. That would be like a quick fail.
I like to imagine the crowd's going wild and throwing him out.
Oh yeah.
He's getting his ass kicked.
Oh yeah.
At this point, Bale, he wants to switch up a little bit. He is going to tap his fingers together as, like from the tips out as he like taps them together and pulls them away. These 4 big strings of ice come out, and then he'll sort of like lift them up into the air. They'll come around above him, like a sort of just like an array above him, and then shoot them forward. He's going to be upcasting magic missile to 2nd level.
Oh fuck yeah. I forget. What do I have to do for that?
Nothing automatically hits.
Yeah.
And holy, that's 18 damage.
Holy
He rolled
shit.
max on 4 of them.
Holy
Pretty
shit.
good.
So that hits him. He was like doing okay before. The fire definitely like fucked him up, but now he's like he's got a busted fucking lip. He's not doing okay. And there's genuine fear in his eyes. It's really satisfying, to be honest.
Amazon early.
I just
Fuck
thought
up.
something so evil. I'm not gonna do it though.
No, please do it, whatever it is.
I thought about casting a healing word to let him.
Oh,
keep getting
you
beaten up.
devious motherfucker.
That's not. He would not
No,
do
you can't.
that.
You can't
He
do
would
that.
not do that. That's an evil. That's an evil.
This is the same song, right?
Yeah.
Cool. Okay. So he is going to take his turn, and actually, what he is going to do is cast. Hold on. You're correct. However, I'm thinking of something way cooler. So the fear in his eyes sort of goes away. He spits like some blood out of his mouth, and his hand summons a gold.
Of course. Oh, yeah.
And he like brings it up to his face, and the blade ignites. It's green flame. I think we should settle this.
If you say it, keep up with it. Come on. You haven't touched me yet.
He
He
charges.
is bouncing up and down.
He charges with his green flame blade. Melee attack roll. This also has no magical attack modifier.
Yeah, I think it's a melee spell attack.
Please. Did he get another nat 1? Did he get
Yes,
another
he
nat
did.
1?
He did. I see the die. Then.
Oh my fucking god.
Natural one.
Yeah,
So
oh my
he
God.
goes to swing, and the fucking sword, real quick. Make a dexterity saving throw.
Nice one, roll 19.
19. Okay, so you completely dodge this. He goes to swing. The fucking cheap ass gold that this sword is made out of melts from the fire and completely destroys it as he
Actually,
swings.
it did the opposite. It was pure gold.
Fuck you. It just completely destroy. Actually, then yeah, it's so fucking expensive that it just melts and it just flings molten gold at you and you dodge it. And now he stands there with the hilt in hand. And he wasn't gonna make the shot anyway. Like it wasn't like it just barely missed you. No.
Honestly, Bale is standing there. Bale does not take an action this time.
Are you skipping?
Yep.
Okay.
Actual goat. Oh my god.
Just like, come on, Clint. I know it's odd because, you know, there's a whole bunch of people watching, but you'll go on the stage, right? Come on.
Shut the fuck up. And he
Take a
just
shot.
drops the fucking hilt. He's swinging at you. Fist.
Yes! Swinging fists at me.
Oh yeah.
He's gonna do like 1 damage.
Assuming the dice are rolling that one again.
So I'm assuming I get no pluses for just a flat melee roll.
Depends on his strength.
Oh no, he doesn't. 12 hit.
Yes.
And
But he's gonna cast shield.
use a bitch, you
Devious
know
fuck.
that?
It's gonna be like, it's gonna be subtle too. He's gonna cast it so it's just like a little frost wall, like right where his fist would have landed, it's gonna like stop next to his face. He's gonna dodge out of the way and have it continue, so it looks like he just missed.
But is he still gonna punch the shield?
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, the shield is just
Cool.
the shield just adds extra to AC.
Yeah, but there's like a physical barrier, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, sort of. I mean, it's
Cool.
again, it depends on how you want to
So
play it.
so he goes to swing, right? And he hits the barrier, and you hear some crunching, and you go, fuck! And he's like shaking his hand. He just took 2 force damage just from punching the fucking ice. He's not looking good. Like you have kicked his ass already.
Quinn, it might be harder to study if you have brain damage. You just frostbite's really bad, especially at this time of the month. Like, just straight uncle.
I swear. He is going to point blank. I'm gonna give him advantage for it because it's closer. Like I know technically it should be disadvantage, but I'm gonna advantage. He's gonna point blank firebolt her. Does yeah, that's a dirty 20. I'm assuming that hits. Okay. He just goes, shut up! And then, boom! You are going to take 1d10 fire damage. Where's my d10? That is 5 whole damage.
5 fire damage. It washes over him, and he is going to. Well, actually, let's roll that die. Let's see how I make my concentration check. I totally do. It's a 14. He immediately just goes, "That's what I like to see." Okay. Good job! And he's going to again shout into his megaphone, casting Dragon's Breath.
That's a dex save, right?
Dexterity saving throw.
13.
13 fails. He's going to take 8 cold damage.
Okay. You fucking freeze him solid.
Okay,
Like-
I don't know about that.
No, not like he's not dead, but he's.
I want him to like free. Is it? Is
It-
this
yeah,
is
oh, this is it.
Sunday
This is it,
ticket?
yeah.
Okay. If you don't mind, I think it'd be funny if he like casted it. If he like backed away, like sort of did like a little jump away, was like, "Good job, Quinn," and then it slipped to the icy ground with like a wind that makes him trip. Absolutely, just trip over himself, fall, and conk his head on the ground,
Yeah, and he's not.
and he's knocked clean out.
Not clean out. The crowd goes wild, like just absolutely insane, and then all of a sudden you just hear, "Mr. Gowers!" The crowd parts, and Dr. Rybeek is approaching you quickly.
Hello, Mr. President.
My
He
office.
He is wiping the paint and the frost off of his lips.
My office. Now. Snaps his fingers. Poof.
We're in his office. Now.
You're in his office.
Worth.
Do you mind explaining to me what you were doing?
Well, Mr. Rybeek.
Doctor.
Sorry. Dr. Rybeek. President Rybeek. I was giving Quintilius what he deserves for disrespecting Rosie and everyone in the classroom. He is quoted, you can ask the teacher and everyone from that class, saying that in terms, in response to being asked to work on a group project immortalizing her memory, he said, and I quote, "I don't want to work with some hacks on a project for a dead girl I barely even knew." So a little bit of roughing up was in order, if you ask me. Academic probation or not, I don't regret what I did.
You are to go to your dorm. And if you exit before I decide whatever I need to do with you, there will be consequences.
I'm glad we understand each other, sir. And he's gonna leave. He doesn't wait for him to teleport him out.
To
He
your
knows his
dorm?
way.
Gotcha. The robots are even closer to you now. Like, they are close by. And you get to your dorm. And you shut your door in a huff.
Nah, he's okay.
Nah, he's good. You shut
Shuts
your
his
door. And immediately upon you entering your door, magically, a letter slides out from underneath your door.
He opens it up. The adrenaline is wearing down, and he's getting scareder.
Before you open it, but before you get to the actual letter, two things sort of drop out. An ace of hearts and an invitation
I wonder what this is.
to your wedding.
Oh, the invitations came in.
In the letter, it's from Ace. She's okay. Everyone is okay.
He breathes the biggest sigh of relief you've ever heard in your entire life. Frankly, you can hear it through the walls.
Basically, it's just saying, I hope you're enjoying your first month in Strixhaven. If I would love to hear from you, not in like a what the fuck way, but in a like
Yeah.
But here are the invitations for our wedding. They came.
There are tears on the letter
I was gonna say, I assume so.
by the end of the scene.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah.
Not on the invitations though.
And the letter ends with, I can't wait to spend our lives together. Ace.
I guess I have to see who I'll be inviting. And he smiles. Real big.
Ajax.
Yeah.
You are in your dorm.
A little bit more resolved.
A little bit more
even
resolved.
He picked up all the like wrappers for food and such. It's
Right.
It's a little bit more clean.
Yeah. Also, have you gone outside? Yeah, you did.
Yes, I did.
You spotted the robots, same as with Bale. And all of a sudden you hear, it's less of a hear and more of a feel for a split second, a gut feeling.
Okay.
You're very used to your mother's presence.
Yep.
Very used to. All of a sudden, it feels like someone else is taking the mic.
Oh.
You hear in your mind's eye, not in your mind's eye, in your mind, hey kid.
Hello. Who is this?
Oh, it's your old pal, Uncle Raph.
Oh.
I was just, checking in. Because, my patron still won't talk to me. So.
Well, Rampart isn't going anywhere. And I'm not doing any of my mother's bidding, and I'm certainly not doing any of yours. Good day to you.
Yeah. Rye was saying you were being a disappointment. can't say I like to hear it, but, you know, seeing your mother mad is kind of funny.
Ajax almost like chuckles a little bit before stifling himself. Right. Did you need me for something?
Oh, yeah. Something's been going on with Cad.
Oh?
I see him. But he's not... I don't know what's going on. Like, it's like when he's with Rampart, like, it's a wall, but it's not... I can't find him.
Oh. Raph, I know I said I wouldn't do any of your bidding, and I'm still not. But where was the last place you saw him?
Dapplewing Manor.
Oh. And he kind of freaks out a little bit, and he like weighs the options in his head. He like stops still, thinks about it for a second, and just says, "Raph,
Yeah.
I loathe to help you,
Right back
but
at
I
you, pal.
won't let Cad get hurt. So I'm gonna do this favor for you. And in return, please stop trying to kill Rampart. If your patron's life is worth that."
Man, you're just full of deals recently, huh?
Well, the first one went over well enough.
Well. Fuck it.
He extends his hand before the shadow comes out.
Oh, there's no shadow because.
Oh yeah, right. Different demon.
Yeah, different demon.
He extends his
Different
hand.
demon.
He
Different
extends
time.
his hand to no one in particular.
Your hand lights ablaze.
He
And
jumps a little because he's not used
Completely
to that.
harmless,
Yeah, no,
but lights ablaze, and then the fire spreads into the shape of a person. It's Cad, but with red hair.
Gotcha.
Evil Cad.
Evil Cad.
In fact,
Christmas Cad.
you saw in some of the pictures, because it was in the paper, this is the exact outfit he wore to Ridley's funeral. Not the most appropriate form to take, but, you know.
It's a suit and a tie.
Yeah.
I'll find him, and if he's safe, I'll make sure of it.
Thanks, doing business, kid.
Shake.
And that is where we will end our session today.
All right, two deals with two devils.
Two
even.
deals with two devils.
This is the things that we can get done without Eve here.
Exactly.
I want to make it very clear. No fucking level up, okay?
Don't worry.
But why not?
Level up.
Level up.
God fucking
Oh my goodness! Listen, I know I say this every session, but you outdid yourself.
Thank you. So we will see what happens next week. Yeah.
Thanks for listening in, everybody.
Yeah, thank you for listening in. Thank you for
Thank you.
taking time out of your Sunday to say hi to us. We hope it was worth it. And yeah, we will see you all next week. Bye.